PAC Summer Study Tour 2007 gave 20 public high school students from across the state of Hawaii an opportunity to visit Vietnam at a pivotal point in its history.
We're about to cross the street. Reporting live from Vietnam. We're gonna cross the street now. Come on, follow me, follow me.
With its accession into the World Trade Organization in November 2006, Vietnam is poised to be a major player in the global economic scene. The Vietnam we experience will be very different in 5 or 10 years, although the changes in the past 20 or 30 years have been even more dramatic. For the first time in centuries, Vietnam is independent, at peace, and prospering. Yet, while modernization and development brings prosperity to the cities, most of the benefits are not felt in the countryside. The gap between rural and urban areas is widening, causing difficult dilemmas for the country. Through a week-long orientation, readings, research projects, in-country visits, and interactions with local people, students became familiar with the country's culture, society, cuisine, and history.
So pretty much this trip was just to make me stronger, I guess, to get out of my comfort zone, experience new things, try new things, and learn new things.
Vietnam, for me, this was a really big trip because it's such a huge part of my family's past. Upon coming here, I expected to find a bland world of soldiers standing on the street and people generally not being very happy, you know? But coming here, I've just seen that Vietnam is gone. The new Vietnam is entirely different. What we learn in America about Vietnam is the war. What Vietnam is an entirely different culture, and it's honestly a beautiful culture. Even with this 2-week trip, we can't even begin to understand all that they have to teach us. And it's just made me more motivated to learn more about the country.
Well, when I came to Vietnam, I learned a lot here, and it's always nice to have the benefit of learning about a country while being in that country. From that perspective, you can't get it anywhere else. But I think what made the trip most life-defining was how much I learned about myself and my strengths and my weaknesses and my cultural values. I've been brought up in the Western tradition, so I really value free speech or individualism, diversity, and I thought that I think that those are good things, and I think everywhere should work to promote those things. But then coming here made me realize that that's just part of my culture, and then in other cultures they value things like community and relationships and family hierarchy, and maybe that's contradictory to some of my values. So I learned to open my mind to other cultures and other values like that, and take what I can from those, what I think is important, like family values, and apply that to my life.
I had never been out of the country before I came to Vietnam, so I guess I learned that I do have American sunglasses on, even though I always like to think I'm open-minded and I'm non-judgmental. But that can be really tested when you leave home, and I guess a defining moment for me. When we were at the Tai Binh High School, there was a cultural exchange. They were singing and we were clapping, and there was a bust of Ho Chi Minh on the stage behind. I said this to Tara, and I was and it kind of looked like he was watching all of us, and I was like, oh, I think he would like to see that.
Coming to Vietnam was, first of all, kind of just to get back to my roots. I'm half Vietnamese, and so this trip was to kind of see where my mom was from. She's always talking about it. The one thing that I didn't expect to learn on this trip was when I went to Koto and we learned about those kids who were on the street but had this awesome opportunity to improve their lifestyle and go to these hard classes so they can get off the streets. It just gave me more inspiration to keep on going. But seeing them get over being in the streets and try to get into a hotel situation, being able to have something they can do, just makes me want to forget about all of my difficulties because it's nothing compared to theirs.
At first I felt like, wow, I'm just seeing Vietnam through the glass of a bus, but as time progressed and we had more and more time to spend with even our tour guides and develop relationships with the high school students, spending the night over there, and this old guy that's actually like a block from here, he's pretty much, no, he's a really nice guy, and I can't really explain it, but we formed some kind of bond, and that's the type of thing that makes me care about Vietnam. Like, if Vietnam doesn't have like a face or a friend like that I can put there, it's just another country, so I don't really care about it as much. But because I have those relationships, it brings a much deeper meaning to Vietnam, their history, and makes me care about what's going to happen to it in the future.
The people they met and befriended as we traveled from Hanoi to Sapa to Hoi An, Hue, Ho Chi Minh City, and the Mekong Delta make Vietnam an unforgettable part of their lives and have created dozens of new connections between the United States and Vietnam. This trip had an especially strong impact on students because they had expectations based on stereotypes associated with words like developing country, communism, or the Vietnam War, and what they found did not meet these expectations. Their first-hand experiences will help change the perceptions of others as they share what they learned. Students have not only gained a better understanding of Vietnam and confidence in themselves, they have also furthered their interest in international affairs and are grateful to the Freeman Foundation for making this life-changing journey possible.